Okay, so now that I've added the extra layouts that we want, so I have the benefits one we saw before, and I have these two extra layouts that I've created. Now we want to go ahead and take each one of these layouts and we want to add in the widgets that we'd like. I'll show you a simple version in something that is just a non-standard flat grid and show you how we can incorporate a few different elements here. So for instance, in the summary layout in our private side, I know that I want to do a few things. I know that I'm going to want a banner across the top, letting someone know about whether or not they're pre-approved for something. And as well, I want to have the main summary widget, and I want to have some related promotions here as well. So the way I can do that is these two are going to be custom widgets, and my banner is just going to be, for now, since I'm just doing an example, I'll just use a static widget here. So let's just go ahead and add in the code here. So let's make a div with, what do we want to say? I think it's a holder, advice top, and then we have alert, and then MB0. That should be good. So let's continue on with this. Okay, so with this done here, we have this HTML widget ready to go. And we just need to add two more widgets here into our grid. One is going to be our summary widget. It's right here. So let's go ahead and add it. We can just drag and drop it down here. And the next widget we want to add is our summary promotions. Now, as you remember from earlier, if I'm creating this and I see something that I maybe need to update, I can always jump over here to edit widget, and it will take me directly to the widget as long as I have access to it from the layout builder here. So let's save it. Okay, and with that successfully saved, we can hop into a preview. Okay, so with this preview here, we can see that I have my promotions here over on the right-hand side. We're in February, so it's showing me some different promotions for February as was set up with the widget. As well, I have my account balances that are pulling some dummy information that we're pulling out of a microservice setup for this purpose. We'll go over that more in another module about how you can connect and set that up. But basically, this is looking exactly how I want. I've got my footer automatically here. I've got some content here along the top. And great, so it looks like everything is working as intended for the private side layout here. In this case, we're in private summary. So now all I need to do is go back into layouts, and I'm going to continue this process for the accounts, for our benefits, for my me page, and then for the home layout. The internal is something that we use for automatically generated pages, such as maybe the places index or different show views, such as the post and what have you. So I'm going to go through all of these, and I'll maybe start from the bottom up, and I'll end with the home layout, and we'll see where we're at, okay? Now I'm on the last layout that I'm going to update here, and this is our home layout. By default, we have these two widgets loaded in this particular what was it? The templates that we loaded. I think it was the minimal 2017. So I want to go ahead and get rid of these two. I don't want to use them. And I'm going to probably create, I think, let me look here. Yeah, okay. I want to create 5 different widgets. The first widget I want to use is the featured widget. If you recall, I updated in our base templates how that featured widget was going to look. I updated some of the base code, but I still have some criteria that I know that I want to incorporate into how this featured widget functions. The first of which is I know that I want to have it sort any type of content that I show by the featured category. I could choose tags as well. I don't really want to at this point. Oh, it's down there. But I do want to change the limit. Let's say I want to limit it to 3. Okay, so with 3 here, I've got the order by date published, category descending, and the featured widget. So let's go ahead and say featured home prime area. Okay, great. And here I want to add actually 2 custom widgets as well. The first one I want to add will be my currency converter. And I also want to add a second custom widget. And in this case, I want it to be my promotions here. So I'm going to add my promotions in here. And okay, so now I've got my two custom widgets. I have a featured widget that's a built-in widget here. So the last two that I want to make are going to be two custom widgets. I think this first one, I want to be talking about credit cards. And then I'll add one more here real quick. And this one is going to be about the Dynamic Bank app. Okay, so I can jump in here and I'll just start to make the static code here that we want. There's not going to be anything dynamic in terms of responsiveness or pulling information from some kind of service, whether it's, in this case, promotions, it's pulling some JSON, or currency converters pulling some currency information. We are just going to show some basic images and text. So let me go ahead and do that right now. So okay, so now I've finished adding the code here in credit cards. See some of that there, but we actually want to look at what this is going to be like in a preview. Okay, so I have all of my widgets ready here in the home layout. So let's go ahead and preview this to see what it looks like. Okay, it looks like we're looking pretty good. We've got the menu working. I need to do a few things here, but we'll go over that in a little bit. I can see, just as I had wanted, I've got this banner here in the featured widget along with the image showing me three different, in this case, featured posts that I wanted to put here on the homepage. Making your dream of owning a house come true, finding the perfect insurance, and using the Dynamic Bank to deploy a world of possibilities. I've got the currency converter. I've got the different promotions that I was looking for. And let's see if that's working properly. So if we, well, let's see, these are good too. So let's see if we click on, let's click on this one and take a look. It should take us here and it opens up. The map loads. Oh, somewhere in Boston, it looks like we have this promotion. Great. So everything's functioning correctly. Looks like we've got our benefits page working as well here. I think if we check out our locations, you can see that we're going into the places index. Let's see. Yep, so we've got it loading here. We've got some different locations in Utah in this case. It looks like we're all over the country with this website, which is a good thing. And great. So it looks like our Dynamic Bank site is working and functioning properly. We just have one more thing to do, because as you can see, I have the preview that I'm doing here. This is all just a preview. So what we need to do is, like always with everything in Modyo, we need to review and publish all the changes. Are you sure? Great. Yep. So I can see I eliminated those Jumbotron and the content just like before. Do you want to publish the changes? Yes. Okay. So the element was successfully published. So now if I go to the site live, and oops, let's go ahead. The preview is set to be there because I actually forgot to exit out of the preview before. So let's exit preview mode. Okay, we can see our site live here. I'm currently logged in, so I should be able to just jump into the backend. So if I click on online banking, it should take us here and I can see our account balances, and I can take a look at, I think I made the accounts layout here. And good, it's working properly. Fantastic. So we have this private side menu that we have. The last kind of cherry on top is, let's just take you through very quickly how we can populate some different links here in the home menu. So if I go back to the layout builder and I go over to navigation, I can see I have some other menu pieces that I know I don't want to have because I'm not using the About Us. So let's go ahead and get rid of that. I know the home I have here, and I can add additional items such as, for instance, I know that I want to go to the benefits page. So I can just name this benefits. Okay. And then the URL this is going to go to, it's going to be in, actually, it's almost the same as this, except, yep, I actually want it to be benefits. Oh. Need to put it down here in the benefits page. And I could say open in a new tab. I could say whether or not this link was actually private, so no one could actually see this unless they logged in. And I could associate it with a category, and it will make it it will give it automatic highlighting as well. You can add in different, if I wanted to add in a new item beneath it, I could do that as well. So I'll just go here real quick and I'll create some basic navigation. Okay, so now I have created a few more links here. This is just for show basically, because these are all going to go to our basic example site. However, I did want to show you that this actually works, right? So if we go down to services, I've made just a sub item in this menu here for support channel, and it's actually going to go to the me page. So let's just see what that would be like. So we can always jump in a preview. And in this site preview, I can see I'm previewing the navigation. I'm previewing the navigation here. And if I go down to services, I can click on the support channel and it should go to my me page. And here we go. It has my name because I'm logged in here. And I've got some of that content that we made before. I've got it sorted by the different financial advice that's going to appear as well. I see a couple of other promotions there. And okay, it looks like everything is working properly. So I believe that everything is published correctly as well. So if I exit the preview mode, oh, I can see I haven't actually published the navigation yet, which is fine. We can just go over here, click review and publish. Let us know that all of our changes are going to be made. It'll let us know what we've removed, what we're now adding, all the different properties. We've already reviewed and checked everything, so let's click OK. And the element was successfully published. So now, if I go, let me exit this out here, and then refresh this page, we now have our site up and running. We have a private side, we have the public side, and we've now updated the navigation and everything is good. So now the next module, you should learn about how to connect to a microservice, and between seeing what we've done here in this module and the next microservices module, you should have all the information you need in order to build your own channel and connect to your own microservices. So with that, I wish you the best of luck.